Welcome to Super Science University Bhagavad-Gita, which only can fulfill any of your wishes and will give you permanent happiness in the end. And it is the permanent solution to any of your problems. The highest, most prime, secret, and the only complete knowledge, which is the source of everything, and it answers every possible question. Now, this 84 is very important. We have all heard about the 84 lakh different species. Even scientists agree with that. But many have this doubt, why didn't Krishna not mention dinosaurs in Bhagavad Gita? He mentions the highest of everything in examples and say that he is that. For example, among all the animals on land, he is the lion. Pay attention since Krishna finally says these are just examples. Since there is no need to define my end, since there is no end to my expansion. Also, since dinosaurs vanished from the earth, so why would he give an example of that species who won't last? Maybe those species were a result of some bad karma of a human and it was just temporary punishment, and for the sake of that dinosaurs existed until that time because nature won't allow imbalance for a long time. Your purpose is to merge in that Par Brahm, the ultimate, and that is only possible via complete knowledge, which is only Bhagavad Gita, and that was provided by complete incarnation of that Par Brahm, who is only Krishna. Your target is not Krishna or his life, but Bhagavad Gita, which is the answer of how. That includes all the steps since Krishna is just a means. So focus should be on the how and not the means. I had this doubt. I am sure you all do have that as well. If there is Bhagavad Gita, then what about the other holy books like Bible, Quran, Guru Granth Sahib? If you do a deep analysis, I am sure you will get the answer to this question the same way I did. I will just give you some of the differences to make it clear. First difference, only in Gita everything is denoted as I, unlike other scriptures. Like Krishna will say, I am the ultimate. Secondly, Krishna is born fully conscious via his own Yoga Maya and only complete avatar of the Par Brahm, who is not Vishnu or Mahavishnu or Sadashiv or Shiva. So only Krishna. They are basically further expansions, the one that I mentioned, Vishnu, Mahavishnu. But remember, your final destination is Gita, since Krishna is just a means. These all other scriptures, personalities, the supreme personalities, including Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Guru Nanak, etc., are helpful to you as only gurus. But one day you have to make your own independent journey and leave them and get full knowledge from the source itself, from where they also took their education, and that is one and only Bhagavad Gita. So you have to leave these supreme personalities one day. This word is not very small. It's the biggest word. So I'm continuing with Gita. But confusion continues with it. We have word Veda. Veda means to know. But we take Veda to mean the Samhita, the book. We have said that Veda is a non-human. Knowing is not human, non-human. But we take it to mean that the book we have called Veda is written by God. Vedas are not books. Vedas are life. But it is very easy to convert knowing into believing. It is very easy to convert knowing into a book. So knowledge can be converted into a book. It is very easy to make knowing dependent on scriptures, because then one does not have to do much. Instead of knowing, only memory is required. Just remembering is enough. So many people are memorizing Gita. I recently went to a village where they had built a Gita temple. I asked, such a big temple for small Gita? They said, no, there is not enough space. I said, what are you doing here? They said that so far we have got 1 lakh Gitas written and kept here by hand. Now there is not enough space. Thousands of people are sending Gita to people across India. I said, but what is happening? What will happen with this? They said that some people have written it 10 times, some have written it 50 times, some have written it 100 times. Knowledge will come from writing. So I told him the printing presses must have become supremely knowledgeable. We should hold the feet of the compositors wherever we find them because they have printed so many Gitas. Now we should look for Mahatmas in the press, in the printing press, nowhere else. Why does this madness arise? There is a reason for it. It seems that we will have to know from the scriptures. We can get information, hints from the scriptures, but not knowledge. Knowledge will be obtained only from the experience of life. And until you have come to know from the experience of life that there is someone unborn within us, do not stop. Do not believe whatever Krishna says. Just know this much from Krishna saying that when this man is saying it so loudly, then if you search, you will find out. When this Krishna is filled with so much assurance, he is saying with such natural assurance, he has known it, he has lived something, he has seen something, and that's why Krishna has come to this conclusion. We should also see, we should also know, we should also live. If only the scriptures become a hint, we set out on the journey. But the scriptures become a temple for us and we want to just rest inside them. Remember this word knowing, because later Krishna emphasizes it again and again, deeper and deeper. Just as a man abandons his old clothes and wear new ones, similarly the soul abandons its old bodies and wear new ones. Like clothes, like worn out clothes, the soul leaves the body and takes on new bodies. But like clothes, have we ever experienced our body as a cloth? Something that we have covered ourselves with, something that we have worn, something that is outside us, something that we are inside of. Have we ever experienced the body as a cloth? No, we have rather experienced ourselves as a body. When we feel hungry, it does not feel like we are hungry. I am just knowing it. It just feels like I am hungry. When we have a headache, it does not feel like we are having a headache. I am just knowing it. No, it feels like I have a headache. I am in pain. The identity is deep. It doesn't feel like I and the body are two different things. It feels like the body is me. Have you ever closed your eyes and thought, the age of my body is 50 years, how old am I? Close your eyes for a moment and think deeply. The age of my body is 50 years, how old am I? Have you ever closed your eyes and thought that this is the face of my body? What kind of face do I have? If you ever have a headache, then you have closed your eyes and investigated whether this pain is happening to me or happening somewhere far away from me. A very strange incident happened during the last World War. A man was admitted to a hospital in France, badly injured and wounded in the war. His entire leg was injured. He had a terrible pain in his thumb. He screamed, shouted and fainted. He regained consciousness, then screamed and screamed again. At night, the doctors made him unconscious and amputated his entire leg below the knee because there was a fear of his entire body getting poisoned. So the whole leg was removed. So we will continue with this story. So you guys must be wondering, like 84 lakh, like human being is the second last in that 84 lakh. So you have come from a very long way. So either you will be planning to go forward or you may be going back, because human being behaves like a pendulum. So he fluctuates in between. So you have to make your decision right.